Flesh dwellers, once again I have returned. I'd like to talk to you about a man by the name of Mr. Tyre Nichols. Lend me an ear, why don't you please? The 5 former police officers who were fired for the beating death during the arrest of Tyre Nichols this month have been indicted on charges including murder and kidnapping, to name a few. These former officers, Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Justin Smith, Emmett Martin, and Desmond Mills Jr. have each been charged with second-degree murder, aggravated assault, 2 charges of aggravated kidnapping, 2 charges of official misconduct, and 1 charge of official oppression. Each of the 5 pigs played different roles in this incident. Their actions resulted in the death of Tyre Nichols. That is the story. But I would like to discuss it from my point of view and my opinions once again. I find this case interesting for many reasons. One of them is all indicted officers are African American, and so was Mr. Nichols. But does that matter, one might ask? Yes, it does. But you can figure that out for yourself if one is so inclined. For way too long, your police officers of all race, creeds, and colors have gotten off with a slap on the wrist for such activities. But your world is changing. Changing at a very slow pace, I might add. But nevertheless, changes at any pace is better than no changes at all. These public servants have been granted too much power over the people that they are supposed to serve, and without consequences for way too long. They have become drunk with this power and frequently abuse it, knowing that they will never, most of the time anyway, have to face the repercussions. They receive paid vacations and a mere wrist slap, if any. But now, due to technologies, body-worn cameras for example, they still recklessly expose their wrongdoings as if they don't care, because they do not fear the repercussions. But as you can see, even with these supposedly safeguards, these pigs still recklessly abuse their powers. What can be done about this blatant abuse of power, you might ask? I have a few ideas, but it's not for me to say. I just mind my own business and observe like a keen student studying for the final exam. Speaking of observing, I have noticed a trend with you flesh dwellers. You cook using the flame, at times depending on what type of food you are cooking. And although I have no need to cook and consume any foods, I myself do enjoy a good flame at a very high and extreme temperature. Hopefully the family of Mr. Tyre Nichols can get their justice in your court of laws. I think it is important for you all to take a few moments and dwell upon this greatly. How long will you stand for this abuse, the miscarriages of justice? Aren't these public servants supposed to serve you, the public, and come to your aid when needed? Isn't that how the system was meant to be? Something has gone wrong, and once again, it starts at the top and trickles all the way down to you. But I do believe if you were to stand up, speak up, maybe someone at the top might be able to listen, even if so slightly. You flesh dwellers never cease to amaze me. And with that said, once again I shall depart. Until I return, flesh dwellers, please keep in mind, I would appreciate a donation of your soul or two, just to keep the flames burning up this way. You know what I mean?